I read about a lizard matching your description in the latest dispatch. And now there'll be another tale about you for our war owls to whistle across the four corners of Riverlon.
Pursing her bruised lips, Captain Oral glares up at the carrion birds circling the bloody remains of her men that litter the entrance to Arx. She sighs heavily.
You took care of business too late for my crew, though. All my best paladins are dead, whether by the hands of the Magisters or the claws of the Voidwoken.
The captain sobers and curls her lip at the Voidwoken corpses nearby. She spits a bloody tooth in the direction of the closest one.
Well, you've heard that the Magisters were colluding with the Black Ring, right? After the Voidwoken first attacked our city, Lord Kem investigated and put two and two together. It all makes sense now. To think they blamed all sorcerers. The only question remaining is why. The Magisters have a lot to answer for. Those left alive, that is. Sometimes good people do bad things, and there are consequences to every action.
She eyes you curiously, eyes narrowed face.
Are you serious? You won't find the leader of the Magisters walking in the open in Arx. This is Paladin territory now. But check in with Lord Kem. He's conducting an investigation of all the Magisters in the barracks. He might know something about her whereabouts. Take care. I doubt this is quite the city you were expecting to find.
The faint spirit's voice is little more than a whisper, echoing inside your mind.
No. No. Treacherous paladins. There can be no divinity in an order that betrays its own.
The spirit suddenly looks up at you, eyes wide and accusing.
What's this? I found something.
The spirit of a Magister stands forlornly before you.
The Paladins attacked our barracks. I ran. Not that it helped.
Dallas? I don't know. I never spoke to the woman. Raymond was the one giving me orders. Raymond and the other whites.
She turns to you, and suddenly you are deep in her soul. Tendrils of anger and pain weave around you, through you, as you wander the chambers of her memories. You are a Magister, and proud. You did what you could, and you did what was right, and now it is over. The world and its problems are no longer your concern. Now you may leave. wave of sadness rolls off the spirit, sadness mixed with betrayal. The Magister was stabbed in the back by one they'd known as a friend. The spirit laughs, a terrible, cynical guffaw that says that the world is an evil place where no one is safe. But inside the laughter, there's shame. The Magister knows that he sinned and suspects that his death was deserved.
Void Slayer, head on into the city. Lord Kem will help you settle in.
Welcome, welcome to Arx. You've picked a fine day for it. Seems the Magisters have been dicing with dark magic. You'd have them to thank if there were any left. Many fled. Those who didn't died or ended up in a cell. On Lucian's day, you'd better believe it. City's a bit of a mess, it's fair to say, but the worst has passed. We'll have the place cleaned up in no time. Between the Voidwoken and the arrest of the Magisters, we've seen more than a few casualties, but the city herself is intact. We'll mourn our dead and rebuild. Arx persists.
She looks at you derisively and spits on the ground, close enough to your boot to make her point.
If she is, Lord Kem will want to know. Kem commands the city now. Stay safe. Welcome to Arx.
Nods.
Welcome to Arx, stranger. Our apologies for the mess. We'll have it cleaned up directly. Try to be careful where you tread. With the Magisters gone, this'll be the end of the Voidwoken attacks, I hope. When a sorcerer uses Source, the Voidwoken come, so they say. But the Magisters have been dealing in darker magic. The Voidwoken came, bigger and more deadly. But the Magisters are done now. Take care, friend.
Welcome to Arx, and a very happy Lucian's Day to you. Don't let the Voidwoken worry you. We have the situation well in hand. Mostly. I have a thought.
All creatures are better off dead.
This would never have happened under Lucian.
Letters
Leave
with
to us.
corpses. Never thought I'd see the day.
I blame Alexander for this.
The paladin wistfully hums a tune. You recognize the air. Smoke gets in your hair.
I blame Alexander for this.
He stops his humming and gives you a suspicious look. He gives you a long look, then he smiles.
That was Rosewood's favorite song, and Rosewood's dead. He'd have liked that version. He liked to laugh, did Rosewood. Rosewood's dead. And these are the monsters that did it. Don't be sorry on my behalf. Be sorry for Rosewood and his wife. He was a good man, and she'll feel his loss. It'll haunt her for the rest of her days. We'll mourn him as we mourn all our own.
Hold here, Quercus. I need a moment with our friend. Shield, we are about to enter the belly of the beast. To cross a threshold past which there may be no hope of return. There's every chance the servants of the great Acorn will skin you alive, frying your bones and boiling your eyes. You could suffer most terrible. I am getting to the point, Quercus. The point is, the path ahead is dangerous. I have watched you defeat monsters, villains, and a surprising number of inanimate objects. But your greatest challenge yet lies before you. I do not know what lies ahead, but the great Acorn is almost here. I can feel it in my fur. The forces of evil will throw everything they have against us, but I need more time to finish my research. You have been a good shield and an excellent friend. Quercus and I both believe you can buy us the time we need. I know you. The world might be filled with murderous giants, but at least some of them are worth saving. Now, it will take more than Quercus's ferocity and my wit if you're going to survive. You need power, and I think I have just the thing. After our last little escapade with your Void Woken, I examined the corpses you left behind. They were imbued with dark power. I believe Quercus believes, and I concur, that this magic can be used for light as well as darkness. Here, try this.
The squirrel lays his hand on you, and a strange feeling ripples through your body. A sense of power. Your mind opens to the possibilities of new magic.
Now, how do you think it feels, Quercus? Of course you do. What greater power could there be than knowledge? Granted, the recipe you know could be a little darker than what you're used to. It would harness the power of those that you've defeated. Grim. But if you need proof that grim arts can lead to marvelous things, you need only look at Quercus. Now you have all the power you need. You were a wonderful shield as we fled, but we are not running anymore. Now you must become the Axe. Go, my friend, and lay waste to the forces of the Acorn. Hack them to pieces, snap their spines, and burn their eyes, and... and Quercus says, good luck.
Never thought I'd see the day.
The bastards burn well. I'll say that for him.
I heard old Alex died trying to summon a Void Woken.
Streets littered with corpses. Never thought I'd see the day.
The bastards burn well. I'll say that for him.
I heard old Alex died trying to summon a Void Woken.
Streets littered with corpses. Never thought I'd see the day.
The bastards burn well. I'll say that for him.
I heard old Alex died trying to summon a Void Woken.
Better days out in this city.
careful. We'll burn the world.
She gives you a long look, shakes her head, turns away. The paladin hocks a gob of spittle onto the burning corpses of silent monks. The saliva sizzles momentarily and is gone.
Move along there. That they were. We don't burn friends in the street, nor enemies for that matter. But these things.
Once more, she spits on the burning corpses.
The bastard burn well. I'll say that.
Get the hell away from me, lizard. Only placing arcs for your lot's the end of a rope.
Keep your distance, lizard. Your kind tend to attract missiles or rotten fruit, and I'm not looking to get my good outfit stained. I've had better days out in this city. Creatures are better off dead.
I blame Alexander for this. I blame Alexander for this. This would never have happened under Lucian, at least not to us.
Smell.
Streets littered with corpses. Never thought I'd see the day.
The bastard burn well. I'll say that for him. The bastard burn well. I'll say that for him. The bastard burn well. I'll say that for him.
Alex died trying to summon a void walker.
Where the smells? Oh, Mr. Smells!
I blame Alexander for this.
The spirit of an older man observes the nearby painter. He tut-tuts to himself.
That poor boy is wasting his time, walking upon well-trodden paths. I thought I raised him better than that.
Did you tell him what you thought of his little picture? A budding painter, a journeyman, if you will. I'm afraid I poisoned the well for the poor lad. He had to grow up in the shadow of I, the finest painter Arx has ever seen. I blame myself. I should never have encouraged him as a child. He could have grown up to be a merchant or a dentist, not embarrassing himself like this. Are you simple? Why, I painted The Sacrifice of Lucian, the greatest series of paintings to ever come out of Arx. They are part of a private collection now, Lord Kem's. Perhaps he'll grant you a viewing, but I doubt it. There's a reproduction on display at the cathedral. Not the same as viewing the original, of course, but it gives the great unwashed something to pray for.
A pale young man gazes at the square, seemingly lost in his thoughts. His face and clothes are daubed in what appears to be red paint. Nearby, a canvas sits upon an easel.
I didn't just see it, I witnessed it. Now I must preserve it upon canvas for the generations to come.
He nods, a faraway expression on his face.
The great schism of the Divine Order and the ruination of Arx. This will be my masterpiece. I usually only display completed works, but, well, this painting's raw power is already plain to see. Here, feast your eyes.
He gestures to the canvas. It's completely covered in the same shade of red, layer after layer. It's sodden, dripping onto the cobbles.
Philistine? Red is the only shade that matters. Life and death, true passion from within the artist.
He tugs back the sleeve of his tunic to reveal a blood-soaked cloth bandage around his wrist.
It was my father's technique. He was the finest painter of his generation, and he used his own blood for his masterwork. The final panel of The Sacrifice of Lucian. He was also quite the sorcerer. Magic-infused blood can be used to produce the most vivid effects, if you're skilled enough. For the most part. A copy can be seen at the Great Cathedral, here in Arx. I visit frequently, for inspiration, but the original panel, the one that my father used his blood to depict Lucian's final sacrifice, was given to Lord Kem a long time ago. He keeps it locked away somewhere in that mansion of his. A masterpiece like that should be on public display for all to see. Self-preservation is a petty concern. I must put the spiritual above the corporeal. I must finish.
The spirit burns with rage at the carnage wrought on Arx. Rage for the Voidwoken, rage for the Magisters, and rage too for himself and his fellow paladins for failing to see the danger until it was too late.
What's this? I found something.
She nods a greeting, turns away.
Friendly Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
Those bloody paladins are the only reason why any of your lot can still show your faces around here, lizard. We're good people in Arks. We don't want your kind.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
I don't want no trouble, lizard. Just leave me alone.
Tax increase. Citizens warned to be alert. Hear ye, hear ye. Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood. Hear ye, hear ye. Magisters routed. Lord Kem's paladins back in charge. Hear ye, hear ye. Void woken attacks increase. Citizens warned to be alert. Hear ye, hear ye. Kraken sighted at sea. Several ships missing. Hear ye, hear ye. Magisters colluded with Black Ring. Paladins clean house. Hear ye, hear ye. Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions. Dwarven royal stands tall. Hear ye, hear ye. Paladins promise the Good Counsel School will reopen soon. People respond, no hurry. Hear ye, hear ye. Stranger threatens kid. Town crier unhappy.
She sticks her tongue out at you, then gets back to work.
Hear ye, hear ye. Trouble brewing in the ancient empire. Dallas strengthens border defences. Hear ye, hear ye. Lucian's day arrives. Hopeful pilgrims take the path of blood. Not if you're without sin, it isn't. Hear ye, hear ye. Dwarven wedding interrupted by void woken. Brave dwarves party on. Hear ye, hear ye. Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date. Hear ye, hear ye. That's all the news that's fit to shout.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
What a pile of
I've earned good gold in dealings with lizards in the past, but your kind are out of favour with many in Arks. I can't be seen talking to you, appearances and all.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall
The elf stands in front of a cart displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad smile.
Don't fret, my lady, and don't falter. You needn't call to Lucian for succour, for I am here to answer your purchasing prayers on this day of celebration. As I promised, miracles at a modest price.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
All those broken arrows.
Too loud.
You've got your work cut
What do you
out.
think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
What you looking for?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
As long as the arrow flies
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Magisters colluded with Black Ring. Paladins clean house.
all those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What are you looking for?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight. With shears of black, but the size of a nose.
Hear ye, hear ye! Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
You've got your work cut out.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the
I'm not
streets.
picky.
This place isn't free, not anymore.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Trouble brewing in the ancient
I
empire.
heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
You've got your work cut out.
Magisters
I heard that
colluded
the
with Black
paladins
Ring.
killed unarmed
Paladins
magisters.
clean
Didn't
house.
even let them surrender.
I'm not picky.
Too loud.
So long as the arrow
What do you think
flies
the paladins would do to us if they heard you going on like that?
Arks is still a free city,
I will
last time I
come
checked.
naked to life. We shall tread. We
There's
shall
bodies
talk.
in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Hear ye, hear ye!
Roll up, don't be shy. Back in business. Thank the gods for Lord Cam, eh? He sorted out them void woken. Now, what'll it be?
Hunters, I've got the wares. You're either the hunter or the hunted, my friend. Either way, I'll get you situated. May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Nature provides.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt! I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
What a pile of junk.
They got damage to the bottom. It'll fix it.
Nature
You're confident.
provides.
I'll give you that.
Nature provides. Kin, they burn our flags and set our homes alight. Take comfort in knowing that you can find strength in the most delicate of elixirs. Do avail yourself of them. Do return, should you find it necessary.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I'm not tricky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Queen Justinian confronts Roman factions. Dwarven royal stands tall.
You, eyes over here, yeah? I know she's pretty, but me wife's here to work, not to gawk at. Now, what'll it be? Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Ruff. Get out of here, you dirty mutt! Roll up, don't be shy! I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk. I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
I suppose you
Get out of here, you dirty mutt!
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
For the safety of Rivolo, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
Some are still good. What you looking for?
I'm not tricky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Roll up, don't be shy!
What's going on? I smell terrible things, I do. I smell fear and blood and doom and death and something else. Something worse. It's coming from under the city.
business must be booming for you, all them broken weapons.
Dead magisters don't tend to buy weapons.
She nods a greeting.